So today I'm going to be showing a beginner agency owner how to hit 10k a month with their agency. So today is the 31st of August 2025 and today's going to be a bit of a different video. So instead of me doing an update on my day to day and what's really been happening with my agency, I actually am working with a couple of guys now who are looking to get into the agency space also, and they're looking to grow their businesses essentially. Now, a lot of them are beginners, they're very new. And today there's actually a guy who I've taken on as a mentee who lives not too far from me. So we've decided to do an in-person session. So today I thought I'd record it, bring you along the way and share with you what I'm about to share with him. Now, obviously my main thing is that I work with coaches and my agency is focusing on coaches and helping them with client acquisition. I like to do this as a little side hustle, so to speak, and as a bit of a passion project. So yeah, just thought I'd bring you along the way and hopefully this would help any other people who are looking to get into the agency game to see sort of what advice I'd give somebody in their position and the sort of things that they need to be doing and focusing on. So I'll bring you along the way and hopefully you find this useful. So I'm here with Kieran. Like I said, I've already done an intro before. So he's just started his journey and we're helping him just to get some people through the door, to get some free trials, get some experience, get some case studies so he can start growing it and then getting his paid clients. So what we're looking at the moment is what I've got him to do is create a list of are they called med spas? Is that what they're defined as?
Aesthetic clinics.
Okay, cool. So he's got a list of med spas. He's wrote personalised compliment to them all to make sure his emails don't bounce. And now we're going to set up an email campaign for them. So yeah, you want a 3-step sequence. And you've got a quick question. So, okay, so first thing is keep the subject the same, otherwise it will make a different thread.
Okay.
So just delete that out. So make sure that the subject, just leave it empty on step 2 and step 3. And yeah, the structure that I found for my cold emails, yeah, perfect. Hi, first name, personalization. Are you looking for new clients? I'm offering, make it more specific to the niche. Looking for new. I'm offering a completely free trial to my next 5 clients with a guarantee of at least 15 qualified leads. Okay, fine. So I would phrase it as I'm offering a completely free trial to the first 5 to 5 more med spas or beauty clinics.
So, let's do 5 more. Like this?
Yeah. Med spas and beauty clinics. I'm offering a complete free trial to move to 5 more med spas and beauty clinics with a guarantee of at least 15 qualified leads in the next 30 days. Okay, nice. Would you be against a quick 15-minute discovery call to see if this could work? And is part of your guarantee that you're offering, are you offering like if they don't get it, then you'll carry on working for free?
Yeah,
or?
just extend the trial.
Yeah,
I would do that.
I would put that in there as well.
And I'll keep working with you for free until...
Yeah, and drop 2 lines and just say, I'm also, if I don't hit this quota in the first 30 days, I will carry on working for free until I do. Yeah, we'll continue to work for free until you do.
Work free until we do.
Yeah, that's fine. And then, so what I'm going to recommend you do anyway is do a split test. So we'll do half the leads in one campaign, the other half in another campaign, and we'll try. All we're going to test is 2 slightly different opening messages, and we'll test a different open. And then the step 2 and step 3 will be exactly the same. And then one thing I'd say grammatically, just be careful of. Either pick I or we. Don't do both, because it can be confusing. I would do I. For free until I do.
Completely free trial to 5 more med spas.
And beauty.
That's making me about that. That's fine, man.
Yeah, that's fine. With a
Guarantee of at least
15
qualified leads.
next 30 days. If I don't do this within 30 days, I'll continue to work for free until I do. Would you be against a quick 15-minute discovery call? It's not going to be 15 minutes. So just
A lot of my meetings have been a half hour at the minute.
yeah, just put, would you be against a quick 30-minute discovery call, if they've been 30 minutes, to see if this could work for you? Yeah, best. And then you've got your webs. You can. That's not a link. As long as you don't put it as a live link, that'll be okay. If you put links in cold emails, it makes it more likely to bounce. Okay, cool. And then, so that'd be the first step. Right. What's your second step? Let me also have a look at what my openers were, because I think these are really old.
So look, this was a hi first name. I didn't hear back from my last email, so I wanted to quickly follow up. I don't know. So I said 5 just to make it like some sort of urgency.
I didn't hear back from us, just wanted to quick follow up. So the way I would phrase it is I would delete this line. So you take out the free spots are going fast, and I would say why you're doing this free trial. Say I'm offering a free, if you're wondering why it's free, I'm looking to build my case studies and establish my name in the industry. And then you can just leave it at that. Would you be against the free? You can say, to see how it works, you can even add on to that, no strings attached. There's no obligation for you to commit. There's no strings attached. I'll drop it below and just say there's no obligation for you to commit to anything. There's no strings attached. And it's just an opportunity. Say it's just an opportunity for you to learn more ways to get business, something like that.
There's no obligation for you to commit to anything. There are no strings attached. It's just an opportunity for you to learn new ways of bringing in new patients.
Yeah. Say, and then what you could say to make it feel even more personalised is just write, does next Tuesday work for you, for example, or something like that. So it feels like you're actually giving dates and times. Yeah. So it's not as up in the air. Say, you could say I have time next Tuesday and Wednesday, which, let me know if you have any times that work then. Give that a go.
And I'll just run that the entire time.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, and then the only reason you'd put that in is so it feels like, it doesn't feel like a mass cold email. So like you've got your personalised message, you've got that, and then even if they say, oh, I can't do Tuesday, I can do Monday, the best, with any sort of outreach that you do, it's always best to leave like a next step or like a way for an easy way of what they need to do next. So you're just saying, do you have time Tuesday or Wednesday? If they're interested, they go, yes, I can do 10 a.m. next Tuesday, or they might go, oh no, I can only do Monday, for example. It's just an easy way for you to like restart the conversation. Tuesday or next week, yeah. Say something like that. And even if the slot gets taken, you can just go back to them and go, oh, it's been taken up now. I'll just literally just say that. Say, do you have any time Tuesday or Wednesday next week to discuss? Then the last one, I keep it really short and sweet. So for my cold emails, my last message, okay, it will, where is it? I've been offering audits of their social media. Hang on, there's a good one that I use. So literally just have hi, first name. Should I? You can either say, have you given up on this idea? And literally nothing else. Because it's a thread, they'll go back and look. Have you given up on this idea? Literally just that. Honestly, that's worked really well for me before. Because it's like, it creates curiosity. Because they're like, what idea? If they've missed it. And then they'll go back and look at the rest of the thread. And that's why we keep the subjects the same. So that's that. And then, so that's what we do. We'll create one, this will be one campaign. And then we'll create another campaign. Step 2 and step 3 will be identical. The only thing we'll change is the opening message and the subject line, right? And so, just for everyone watching, to give context, what we've done is I've got Kieran to manually scrape a bunch of leads from Google Maps, wherever he could find his potential clients, and he's wrote them personalised messages He's going to mass send out emails. And like I said at the start, the purpose of this activity, you can just duplicate it as well if it's easier. The purpose of this activity for him is just to get people through the door, get responses, get as many discovery calls in as he can, practice his discovery calls, and then practice his case studies, get free trials, and just get things that he can use for clients going forward. This is how I started. So like I said to you before, like when I started my journey, I solely did free trials. Filled out in 1 month I had 30 discovery calls from this. I took on 6 people. I got 4 case studies, testimonials out of it. 6 months after that I left my 9 to 5 because those 4 people then stayed on. They gave me testimonials, they paid me, they referred me. Those case studies I used for other people going forward, and then it just created it's just a quick and an honest way to really start streamlining it. Because like you could do it the dishonest way, in terms of you could set this up and you could fake testimonials, you could fake case studies, you could do all of this stuff, but it always comes back and bites you in the arse. So this is the honest way that I done it that got it rolling for me, essentially. So that's what we're doing for context. And then I reckon you'll get a good few responses a week, a couple of calls a week, and then we'll go from there. So we've now created all of Kieran's campaigns. So very simply, 3-step email sequence. First one's got a personalised line, which will make it pretty much guaranteed that every email is going to land in the inbox. We've made it a very simple offer, so he's offering a free trial, a guarantee of at least 15 qualified leads. If he doesn't hit that quota in the first 30 days, he's going to work for free until he does. And then he's just asking them essentially for a free discovery call to go through it. So what I was about to tell Kieran, which I thought would be worth recording, is that when you're doing emails, you want to test each variable. So the variables to test are open rate, and then it's obviously just response rate, and then the conversion rate of each thing. So when you're doing a sequence, you only really, so what we've done is we're going to split his lead list in half, and we're going to do 2 separate campaigns to half the leads. And the only things we'll change and test is the opening line and the first email. And so what that's going to help us to see is which opening line gets the best open rate, because if no one's opening the email, you're not going to get any calls. And then that first message is going to help us to see which one converts better. And so then what that's going to mean for you is that it's going to give you the best chance of getting a good reply, right? So the only other things now for you to do is we'll change the opening line. We'll change the subject line on the other list. And then aside from that, you don't want to touch anything else. And then you just need to do spin tax. So like if I show an example on my computer. So spin tax is just it's just this. So I don't even know if you can see that. You can see like it has different variations of the exact same line. And the purpose of doing that is, again, it makes sure that it doesn't bounce. Because at the end of the day, if your emails are bouncing, again, no one's reading it, you're not getting calls. So essentially, spin tax, all you do, you just copy that, for example, you just put it in double brackets like this, these sort of curved brackets. You put random, you put a vertical dash, and you write the different variations you want to send. And then if you see here, there's like tons of variations, but when we go into here, you see it's like it just picks one. And so what then happens is every single email is different that it sends out. So then like Gmail, Yahoo, all of the inboxes, they're never going to count you as spam. So I wouldn't do it now because we don't want to waste the time setting that up. But if you want to, take a picture of this, and then I would recommend you do that after. And what you're not doing though is you're not changing the message of the first line. So if you realise I'm saying the same thing just in a different way, so don't actually change the bulk of the message that we're writing. So it would just be like hi, hey, hiya, hello. Then it would be like that one you might not need to change. You could change that one about. You could test that. Then the last thing to do, right? Do this after is there's this software called Spam Checker. Let me show it on here. This is the domain mail. That's the domain. What you can do, and what I'd recommend again you do after, is you copy and paste your emails into here, and essentially what it will do is it will show you what words are going to cause you to flag as spam. So then, for example, we've put free trial in. that's going to flag up as spam. So what you can do is just write the word complimentary, and it doesn't get flagged. And again, the purpose of the purpose of doing that is just to make sure that you don't end up in the spam inbox, because you're just going to lose the opportunity to sell. So essentially, if you do that, how many leads have you got at the moment? 1,500.
About 1,400 qualified. And then
14
more.
Perfect, cool. You've got 1,400 qualified, so we'll just run these campaigns now. On Instantly, you want to make sure that there's a setting on campaigns on Instantly or the email accounts where, like, if you go here, if you go to settings, it will say like campaign slow ramp, so then it slowly builds it up. So all of these little steps just make sure that your emails land in the inbox, and that's going to give you the best chance of conversion. And then mate, essentially as soon as you start doing that, what's going to happen is you'll get tons of positive replies. It's a no-brainer to say yes to that. If you're a business owner, 15 leads, free trial, you'll carry on working. If it doesn't work, everyone's going to say yes to that. It's going to fill up your calendar. And then the next thing we'll look at, obviously, which we'll go through in a second as well, is your discovery calls and making sure you're converting them. But that's the first step. You start there, build up your case studies, build up your results, and then get proof of concept, and then build it up that way, essentially. So, cool. So since we've started, Kieran has done very well. He's already converted first free trial client. So now we've set up his emails and his campaigns. The next things we're going to do is we're going to go through his discovery calls to make sure he's converting more, because you're going to get a lot more discovery calls by the nature of it. You're already getting that. And then anyway, what I'd say on top of the emails that we've just set up, carry on doing your cold calling, because the emails you can't do anything. You've just got to let them run now and wait till somebody responds. So carry on cold calling, carry on getting free trial clients. I'd say aim for like between 5 to 7 free trial clients. If you can take on more, do more, because the more volume you have, the more you can test it, the more likely you are to get some results with someone, the more likely you are to get a case study. But let's just go through your call. So I've already sent you so the scripts that I sent you, have you gone through them already or not? Have you got them up on the screen when you're watching it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So now we're just going to go through like a top level a bit. I've watched 2 calls. I watched this one with Sammy, and the other one you sent me, Milo. Yeah. So I'll just go through them, and then we'll go from there. And the next thing we'll look at is your is how to like do your actual service. So we're just looking at Kieran's sales calls now. So I'm just giving him some extra questions to add into his discovery. So like we said, discovery's like your call started good. Like you've already closed one on a free trial. Like I said, it took me like 30, 40 people to get going, so you're good. Some questions you can add into your discovery, like I said, build more emotion. Questions like, why is it important? So when they tell you like a goal, why is that important to you? How would that make you feel to get to that point? What's your motivation for wanting to get there? So dive into it and build that motivation. With this lady, I would also have uncovered the pain more. So find a bit more about how it's affecting her personally, how it's affecting the business, why she doesn't want to stay there. So like really just like, you just want to keep taking levels. Next thing I'd say is cost of inaction. So what happens if they don't do anything? So great question, like on the script I showed you, great way to phrase it. So based on everything we've spoke about and the capacity you're at, how do you see things going if you don't do anything about this for the next 3, 6, 12 months and you carry on doing the exact same thing? Help them to feel what's going to happen if they don't do that. Dive that in. Another thing I'd get is really important for you is get a tangible goal. So she tried to avoid that question multiple times, but she does have a tangible goal, because she said we're at 20 to 50%, we're at 70 to 50% some weeks, some of the other. So just dig into it and ask it in different ways if she's just being difficult. So just say, what percent capacity would you like to be at ideally? So say to her like, okay, so in a dream ideal world, where would your capacity be week in, week out? She has an answer. If you phrase it like that, she'll have an answer. So always make sure to get a clear, tangible goal, because then in each of your questions and your pitch and everything, you can tie it back to that. So then the question makes more sense to them. So like, for example, fly on my computer. For example, this question. So let's say we can get you to 80% capacity each week. What does that actually change for you? And she'll say, oh, it will mean we've got more financial freedom. Okay, and what would that do for you personally to be able to do that? How would that make you feel? So you can really start to tie it in. So the important thing for you to understand sales-wise is that people buy on their terms, not on yours. So we need to find what their terms are. So she's going to have a reason as to why she's going to go ahead with you. She wants to get to 80% capacity because she wants to build a thriving business. She wants to build a thriving business because she wants to make her family proud. She wants to make her family proud because her parents never gave her a great life, so she wants to give her. So as you can see with the sales, there's always a deeper level. So you want to uncover like each little bit, so you can use that and leverage it in your pitch. Again, the best thing to remember is people buy on their terms, not on yours. And the last thing to link into that is ask her what she wants help with specifically. What are the specific points around getting new clients, advertising that she needs help with? And she might go, okay, well, I need help with, I just need somebody to do it. I have no idea how to run the ads, and I have no idea how to then, if I generate leads, how to book them in for calls. Those are her terms for buying, essentially. She said she needs help with, she has no idea. She needs help running ads. She needs help booking in leads. So then in your pitch, when you're pitching someone, the way that I've learned to pitch is you just recite back to them what they've told you. So I don't do a slide deck anymore. My pitches, I'm just copying back to people what they've said to me. So if somebody says on my call, I need help with generating leads, advertising, and I need help with converting my sales calls, and they say the reason I want to do that is because I want to get to 15k a month, my whole call is just copying it back to them. So I'll go, the first thing I'll help you with is, you know how you told me that you're struggling with generating leads? Well, first thing, I'm just going to give you a really simple system to generate leads, blah, blah, blah. I don't get into any of the how, I don't get into any of the details. I'm just copying back to them what I've said. And by doing that, they're like, oh my God, this is what I need, because it is what they need, because it's what they've told me they want, if that makes sense. So these are again, I've sent this to you, so have a look at it, but these are the questions I recommend you add in to your discovery to make it more compelling as well. Now what we've done is we've gone through how Kieran's going to do his email campaigns. We've gone through his discovery calls to help him convert. And like I said already, he's done very well. He's converted once. Now we're going to look at service delivery. So you've taken a few of your competitors or people who are doing similar, right? So very simply, the easiest way to do this to start with, right, is aside from your competitors, you want to do Facebook lead form ads. Get the lead forms, get them to go high level, and then you're just simply going to call the leads, qualify them, book them in for appointments, take a deposit. That's the simplicity of it. The ads are probably going to be easier than you think. In terms of like setting it up with the client, so 2 steps that you need to do before any of this. One is understand who exactly she wants, what she's offering them, what her prices are and shit like that, so you know what to put into your adverts. And the other thing is to get you into our ads manager. So again, that's pretty simple. There's a lot of YouTube videos that you can use just to set up the ads manager and get you into it. And then in terms of how to know to start to run the ads, so what I did is I just pretty much funnel hacked all of my competitors, and I learned it from there and I developed on it. So what we can do, so you've got a few competitors here. What you want to do is either you go on their websites or you go on the YouTube and you find testimonials with their clients, you search up their clients, you find the client's ad manager, and you can pretty much copy and steal the ads to begin with. So let's go on one of these, for example. Yeah, okay, start with him and try and find. He's got tons of case studies, I'm guessing. Okay, that's fine. It'll be the same thing, no matter where they are, it's the same principles. So what you want to do is watch through all of his testimonials and try and find their names if they're on there. So this might take a little bit of. So if it's on a Zoom, it might have it in the little bottom corner of their name or on her top. There you go. So there's her name. Yeah, just search up her name and see what comes up. Is that her? Yeah. So go on about. Page transparency. Not running ads currently. Okay, she might not. So press on SEO anyway, because she might have her past ads in there. Go to ads library. And then what I would do is I would go to, you can filter on the right, so do inactive ads. Just delete that. Okay, there's nothing there. Fine. So we'll just keep trying. We'll do another one. Also, hang on, the other thing, before we switch, go back onto her page. Has she got a company page there? Look, so copy and paste her domain, or Galdermas. Yeah. Because she might, good chance she's not running ads from her personal account.
So go on there.
Okay,
Right, there we go. There's their personal account. Go to contact us.
so if it's a Facebook link.
Yeah, there should be a Facebook or an Instagram link or something. There you go, Instagram. See what the logo is and just... That's just the name. Maybe it's a chain. Yeah, maybe it's just a chain. So you want to find the Texas one. She was in Texas. No, okay, find someone else. Let's try someone else. What's on her top? She's got the company name. Polyshed Poised. So essentially what we're doing now is we're just going through all of his competitors' case studies, finding all of their their ad libraries, and very simply what we're going to do is going to go on the ads library, copy and paste their ads, long story short, see what's working, see what's been running, and use that as inspiration. Again, ways you can do this: if you know competitors, go on their YouTube and website, their testimonials. If you don't know competitors, go on YouTube and just type in, for example, if you're looking for med spa clinics or people who help med spa clinics that are successful, just type in how to get med spa clinic clients, and people who come up who are trying to run YouTube videos to that audience, and then very simply just go through, find their testimonials, do the same process. So there you go, you found her, page transparency, she's running ads, here we go. So now we've hit a jackpot. So go to ads library. I reckon they'll be pretty simple, our ads. Now, here's the first thing. You don't want to look at ads. You want to look at ads that are older, because they've been running longer. So when are these ads from? This year, this month, right? Okay, cool. So what I would do is now I would create a sheet, another Excel sheet, and save all of these ads manager links in. And then what we can do is still, because let's look at our ads, still pinching the same lower belly fat, not failing, just the wrong tools. Okay, press the video. Let's have a look what it is. Just a video of them actually doing it.
Yeah, just a simple.
What's the hook? Go just to restart the video quick. Feeling stuck? Okay, mate, this is going to be easy. So all we're going to do, what you're going to do with your clients is you're going to find out who exactly they want. So get them to get one specific treatment they want to sell the most. Then try and understand what the specific pain point is that that person has when they go for the treatment, and what the main goal is that they want. And the ad's going to be so simple. The ad's going to be, are you a woman based, let's say so they're targeting females. Are you a woman based in London looking to pinch the lower belly fat that's outloasted every juice and cleanse workout program? Very simply. And then what's their call to action? You can copy a lot of the copy. Here's what you get for just $149, full assessment, consultation, exclusive offer. So we'll make an offer for them as well. Tap book now button. This will open to. So she's got a landing page straight to here. What I would do to start with to make it easier is just do a lead form. And it can be like, to claim this offer, press, learn more, blah, blah, blah. So what I would do for you, so mate, this will be really simple. Honestly, it'll be easy. Like these ads aren't complex; they're just a different niche. I've spent so much money on ads now that I'll be able to help you with this. So, all you need to do now is your next step. So with your onboarding call with your client tomorrow, understand exactly what treatment she wants to sell the most. Get her to list out the pain points and the goals of that client avatar. Get her to list out things that they've tried before as well, her past clients that haven't worked. Just get a picture of who the client avatar is that she wants. Alongside that, do this exercise for as many people as you can. Put it all in a spreadsheet, screenshot the ad creatives, screenshot the copy, screenshot the offer, screenshot the lead form, screenshot all of it, create a folder of it, and then what we'll do is, once you're clear on your who exactly you want, once you're clear on all of these bits, then we'll make a campaign for your client. It'll be really, really simple. And then what we'll do is we'll put the budget on, run the ads, send the leads to Go High Level, and then you'll just call them, book them in, get a deposit on the phone, whatever that is, and then that's it. And I reckon this will be really simple, mate. So
Even with the client that I've just booked, they're talking about like a specific treatment called like Japanese head spa, which they do.
Okay.
So it's literally
Japanese
like,
head spa.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
cool.
Kind of stuff where
Nice, perfect. So it's Japanese med spa. You want to understand who usually gets it, why they usually get it, what problems they face, what they're hoping to get from having it. Then we're going to come up. Then you obviously need to craft an offer for her. So you've got to work with her on the offer as to what she's going to be happy to do. But you've got to come up with something creative, attractive that's going to make people to want to buy it. So again, this is where like Alex Hormoz's stuff comes in well. $100 million offers, stuff like that you can use. We'll very simply make a no-brainer offer. So they've done it for £149, full assessment, 4-in-1 sculpting session, walking for so you see pain points, how they leave. This is the sort of stuff you need. Limited to 20 women, so scarcity and an urgency. Secure booking, £30 deposit. There you go. Oh, she's in Tottenham. Okay, cool. So we just copy that. Easy. So we won't just base it off of one, and we're not just going to base it just off of this one competitor. Go through. Again, take a little bit of manual work, but it'll pay off big time though. Because once you start getting these people results, you jump on an interview with them. That's a case study. You leverage that. It'll just keep the momentum will keep rolling. So do it for all of his clients. Find for someone else. Do it for all of his. Build up a massive spreadsheet. Then we can look at what's working and what works best. Like I said, ideally look for the people and the ads that have been running for at least 2 to 3 months. You don't leave an ad on for 2 to 3 months if it's not working. And then we'll just replicate it. We'll do it for this specific lady. Get her some leads, get some case studies, and I can eventually help you with converting the leads in terms of on the calls, if you've got any questions about that. And then, mate, you'll be getting some case studies in no time. Then you can start charging because now you've got leverage behind you. Plus, you'll build confidence because you know how to deliver a service. And then it will just keep going and going and going. And then you can start charging monthly retainers, build it up. And then don't forget as well, these people that you bring on as free trials, if they're willing to give you a case study, they will most probably stay on after as a paid client as well. So that's what I'd recommend, mate. I think that's it. It'll be easy. Honestly, it'll be easy. And it's good that you've got me here, so you don't have to guess about the ads. I'll help you with that and the setup and how to do it in the ads manager. Yeah, perfect, mate. You're good. You're in a good place. So any questions about that? All good?
No, I think it's all good. I think the process from now to be able to get obviously the next 5 to 7, like you said, free trial clients on is obviously undertaking that process.
Okay, so what I would do now as well for you, go through, find all the competitors, get all of their ads, get all of their copy. You can then also put them into ChatGPT and try and understand and say to ChatGPT, these are all ads of my competitors. I want to see what sort of framework they're using, because for someone like this guy that you've looked at, I'm not going to name drop him, but for someone that you've looked at, he's got now a standardized process that he uses for each and every client. So if you scrape all of their ads and you put them into ChatGPT and you say, can you identify for me the ad framework or the structure that they're using, it will spit it back out for you. And this is how you can then eventually start to systemize it as well and just copy and paste it for each client. I guarantee you pretty much every client's ads will be pretty much the same. So once you've got the majority of them, you're good to go and you're easy. That's it, mate. That's your process. And so the process I've given Kieran for anybody watching this, just so you know what we've done. So he started with free trials just to build up case studies, build up proof of concept, build his confidence in his service and what he's doing. We're doing that with cold emails and cold calling. Once he's done the free trials, he's asking in exchange for a testimonial and a case study. The people who give him a testimonial and a case study will more than likely obviously stay on as a monthly retainer as well. And then eventually, once you've got enough case studies, you've got enough proof of concept and you're confident enough in what you're doing, then you would change how you're doing it and you will offer the paid service first. You won't do trials. And then, you build it up. You have the proof of concept and you start going. But that's the roadmap, mate. And that's exactly what I've done. The difference between what you're doing now and what I'm doing is I didn't have me when I was doing it. So I had to figure it out all alone. It took me like 18 months to really start getting it going. You've got it in a month. So you're in the perfect place, mate. So that's essentially all you need to do. Now, that's your next steps. And there'll be no reason why you can't. Well, you've already got a client. We get a good results. That could be a paid client within a month.
Obviously, like, there's only really 3 steps. Obviously, getting appointments booked in, doing the actual calls, doing the actual
service,
and you've walked me through all of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, mate. Yeah, so then you're good to go, mate. So you're in a good place. So yeah, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of graft now, just in terms of like building up the building up the understanding of the ads and how they're doing it, and carrying on to build your list and email and cold call. But you build it up, and then eventually for yourself, what starts to happen is you get more people on retainers, you build up your own money, you can invest back into your own ads, and you just keep, like, again, I started with no money to be able to do ads or to do any of these leverage activities to get clients. I had to manually scrape emails and manually send emails and do cold calls at the start as well. So this is just a start. And like I said, this lady that you've got now, once you convert her into a paid client, you can use this money to invest back into it and to grow it quicker. So yeah, mate, you're in a good place. You're in a good place, and you start working out. And then the last thing I'd leave with you with all of this is that you've got the roadmap now. You've got the process. I've laid it out for you. The only way now that this doesn't work is if you quit on it or you give up on it. If I'll leave one thing with you, that would be my biggest thing, is like, just don't give up and don't stop. Whilst I've been doing this, there's been people on the journey who have stopped or given up or jumped off of it and never followed through with it. The only difference between me and them is literally as simple as is don't stop. Like I say, the strategy and the framework and the understanding of how to do it is already there. You can get to exactly where you want to get to with this simply by just not stopping. And that's how I've done it. And like, you can see where I've got to now and where I was before just by not stopping. So I'll show you all of these bits, but to be honest with you, the most impactful, most important piece of advice that genuinely I would give you is just don't give up. It sounds so simple, but it is literally all of that. On a long enough time scale, you will win if you don't stop. And I've proved that for myself, and I've seen other people do it as well. So that's all I'd leave you with. But mate, you've got the roadmap now, and now it's just about execution, and then good to go, mate. So cool.
Thanks very much.
Cool, no worries.
So just got back now from the in-person session with Kieran, as you just saw. Yeah, it was really, really good. I really enjoyed doing this sort of stuff just because it's a bit different, keeps me engaged, and it's inspiring to be able to sort of help younger guys like him to take the path and walk the path that I've walked down. And yeah, he's a really switched on guy, and I'm very sure he's going to do very well, because I see a lot of the personality traits that I have in him. So I can see him really taking it far, and it's been amazing already. He's got his first client, going to start getting results. He's got his lead ready to start doing outreach and stuff. So yeah, once you know the roadmap to growing, it's really simple. And so yeah, honestly, it's been so easy for me now helping other people, coaches or agency owners, because once you understand the principles of it, it's easy. It's just copy and paste for everyone. And so as you can see there with Kieran, he's already got his first client on, going to get him results, get him a case study, get him some money in the bank, get him some more clients. So it's just copy and paste. It's really easy stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to see where he goes. So like I said, this isn't my main focus. My main focus is my agency, where I help coaches specifically. And yeah, I do this more as like a passion project on the side. But if anybody here is an agency owner watching this, and you want some help, and you want help from somebody who's doing well, I showed Kieran my Stripe account in the car just to inspire him, and he looked inspired. So yeah, if you're looking for help and you want someone to guide you who's actively doing it and knows what they're talking about and has experience and has helped other people like you, then I take on maximum of 3 sort of mentees at a time, so to speak, just because it's not my main focus, and I want to make sure I still deliver a good service on all fronts of everything that I'm doing. So if you're interested, my Instagram's below. Drop me a message. Message me the word mentee, and I'll see how I can help you. Like I said, I just do 3 at a time. I like to help people. It's fulfilling. It's inspiring to see other people come up as well. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. Like I said, the account that's linked below is a combination of my agency account, which in terms of which way I get my coaching leads from, and also there's guys on there who are in the agency space looking to grow. So yeah, drop me a follow on there, drop me a message, and I'll reach out to you if you want some help. Aside from that, hope you're enjoying watching the journey and seeing the content evolve. And it's cool, even just reflecting back. Like if you think back on this content, where it was, like not long ago, I was still in a 9 to 5. Like actually, mad things. A year ago today was the first day I would have been free from my job. So maybe I'll do another update video on that as well. But yeah, it's really cool to see how far things come and the difference in myself. Again, 2 years ago, I had no clients. I didn't know what I was doing. Now I'm mentoring people and showing them how to do it. So it's amazing how quick things change. But yeah, like I say, if you've got any questions or you want some help, send me a message. Aside from that, hope you're enjoying the channel, and hope you following along the journey with me.